Hey, this is Meredith's husband. I've got some SEO advice for you, but I'm going to keep it really simple so that you can understand it, so it makes sense, and most importantly, so you can actually use it. Well, there is a major change coming in the world of Google Analytics.
Oh, there is?
Yeah, it's pretty.
Is this with AI?
No, this is one thing that is not happening with AI. Let's see what happens next week.
Yeah,
but
no kidding.
So far, no.
Can AI affect SEO? Can AI do SEO?
Sure. I mean, probably, yeah. I've had projects where clients are already using supposedly AI tools.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, AI is going to come up with strategies for SEO and what keywords should you use. It can write for you. But we talked about that like in a recent episode, how you shouldn't I don't think it's a good idea to create your content with AI. It's in the long term. In the short term, it might work, probably will work. But in the long term, I don't think it'll work. So I'm not doing it for meredithshusband.com. I do have a couple test sites where I'm seeing what happens.
Interesting. You'll have to get back to us on that.
But what's happening? I know that you're on the edge of your seat.
Yes.
I
am. Can't you tell?
You're waiting to hear what's going to happen with analytics. There's
analytics
a new platform coming. They're replacing, like Google Analytics has been around forever. Not forever, but like a long time. And it's really valuable. It gives you some really helpful information because it tells you, where are some weakness, how much traffic are you getting, what's happening, where the weakness is, where are your strengths.
Numbers.
It kind of provides I like to think of it as like a treasure map to improving your conversions, like to making more money from your website. If you don't have Google Analytics, you're just shooting in the dark. Like you got to know kind of what you're.
Who likes to shoot in the dark? Could be fun.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, it could be terrible danger. I'd probably shoot into a wall, and then whatever it was I was shooting would just smash my face and break my glasses.
So I can see that happening.
Yeah.
So Google Analytics is really valuable. And what's happening is Google Analytics, they're relaunching the entire platform. So they have this new platform coming out called G4. G4 Google Analytics.
G as in good and 4 as in 1, 2,
4.
3.
Yeah,
4.
I don't think the G stands for good, but
sounds like a jet.
Kind
G4.
But anyway, I don't know exactly the reasons why they're doing this. I mean, there are some reasons that they say, fine, makes sense. And then there are some reasons that I feel everybody in my industry hates the new G4 Google Analytics. My colleagues, we hate it.
Why?
It's terrible. It's so awful.
Why?
Because all the useful information that we have used for years and years and years is next to impossible to find in this new platform.
What?
Or it's just not there completely. So
why did they do that?
Here's my feeling. So the reasoning is that, they're going to start integrating. They have another tool called Google Optimize where you can do split testing. It's really cool, actually. And they're going to integrate. Yes.
Google Optimize.
Yeah. And they're going to integrate that, or they say they're going to integrate that with Google Analytics, which fair enough. That could be useful. But what I feel they've done with the new platform is they've tried to make it at least look very user-friendly. Because one thing with the original Google Analytics is there was a ton of data there. There's a ton of stuff. And you kind of have to know where you want to go in order to get the useful information. It wasn't very hard. I mean, to be honest, like 90% of what was in the original Google Analytics was not useful to me or the people I work with. It's just kind of extra. So the new version doesn't really have any of those, let's call them bells and whistles. And it looks a lot easier. It looks a lot friendlier to use. It looks more what I would call bubbly. It just
that's nice. I like
exactly.
that.
So
pretty.
But see, what I think they did is they're trying to appeal to people. This is going to sound bad. They're trying to.
That already
they're going
sounds
to
bad.
try to appeal to people like you.
To consumers.
Yes. And at the expense of.
It's a nice word to put it. I'm a good consumer.
You are a very good consumer. at the expense of people like me who are using that to get actionable insights into how to make websites better. So for me and my colleagues, like all the information that we used to be our go-to, like here's what you look at, here's what you look for, we can't even find it anymore. It's a pain.
Oh, crud.
Like, for example, I have moved some websites to this new G4 platform and setting up conversions. So conversions, you can imagine, would be an important thing to track.
And remind the listener what conversions are.
Whatever action you want people to take, like on your site, it's contact me, right?
Okay.
On an e-commerce website, it would be like buy now. Whatever the action is that you want people to take. So tracking those conversions is really important, right? You want to know not only how often is that happening, how is it happening? Are the people coming from Google, are they leading to conversions? Or are the people from Facebook or from Pinterest? Or how many pages do they visit? Or how many times do they visit? Or which landing pages are working? All this stuff.
Important stuff.
So just setting up conversions is kind of like the number one thing that you need to do, right? To be able to track any of this stuff.
Yeah.
It took me the first time I had to, in the old system, in the old Google Analytics, this took like 20 seconds to do. You set up conversions. It's very easy. In this new system, it took me about 4 weeks to figure out how to do it. Yeah.
No!
And I like to think that I kind of know what I'm doing with this sort of stuff. So the fact that it took me so long, that's just one example.
Oh boy. Didn't you Google how to do it?
And
it took you still 4 weeks?
I mean, I would only work on it for like an hour at a time, and then I would give up. But I did that for I've spent probably close to 10 hours trying to figure it out.
Google. Any case.
That's one example. And a lot of the other metrics, so things that you might want to look at if you're using Google Analytics, it's like, okay, so let's see where are people coming into our website, and are certain pages working better than others? Are people bouncing off some pages? Like some page might lead to a lot of conversions, another page might lead to none. Well, good luck finding that in the new analytics. Yeah.
Are you serious? But you could find it in the old one.
Super simple.
So my question is, can you just keep the old one?
So there has been a notice. If you have logged in, if you have the original Google Analytics, and you have logged into Google Analytics anytime in the past, I think, couple years, you would have seen a notice up at the top. And it says something like, hey, the new G4,
You're screwed.
The new G4 is coming. You're going to need to switch by, I think it's July 1st of this year. And until now, myself and all the colleagues that I know have just continued to use the original analytics. We have not switched. And we tell all of our clients, like, the new analytics sucks. Let's just stick with this one because it's better. And in the back of my mind, and I think a lot of my colleagues' minds are, they're going to fix it. They're going to hear all this backlash that is all over blogs in my industry again, and they're going to fix it. Well, they never have fixed it. And Google, July 1 is now approaching, and now we have to switch. The old Google Analytics will no longer be available.
Who can we call? What letters can we write?
So what I have done is I hired... let me back up. There is another tool called Google Data Studio. And what it does is it just lets you build what they call visualization. Wow.
Yeah. That's new that I pronounced the word correctly.
And it's kind of, you normally would not have to do this with your Google Analytics data because Google Analytics itself kind of did this for you. But I hired someone. I reached out to someone who specializes in building those dashboards. And I said, build me a dashboard for Google G4 information. And this is the information I want to see. These are the graphs I want to see. This is the info I want. Please build it. Now he knows exactly where to, he know what he's doing. He knows exactly how to find that information. And he built a new dashboard for me. So I have essentially given up. I said, F you to Google Analytics.
Good, give up.
I just created my own.
So can other people use yours?
Yeah, they can.
Really?
They can go to meredithhusband.com/analytics. And if you're logged in, you would need to be logged in to whatever Gmail address you use in order to access Google Analytics.
It has to be Gmail, of course.
And you will need an analytics account. But from there, you will be able to click a button and say, this is the property I want to look at. And you will get what I have put on that dashboard, what I think. And for me, it's what I use now. It's what I actually use. It's the information I need for SEO. It's what I need to actually get what I call actionable insights and go out and do stuff so that I can make more money, so I can get more leads, so I can improve my site.
That's great. So you took a problem. You asked for help. You outsourced somebody to get that help. And now you have a tool that you can help others with. That's good.
There is another option. You don't have to do that, obviously. You can use them. Maybe you'll like the new G4, but I have no idea. If you log into Google Analytics, there is right now, so this is, as we're speaking, this is February. I don't know how long this is going to be active, but there is an option that Google says, hey, if you want to transition, click here, and it will give you some guidelines. And they claim that they will move over all your settings. Now, I don't know exactly what that means.
Okay. I mean, you trust them
to be honest,
to do it,
I would rather them do it than try to do it myself, which is what I did. And that was a nightmare.
Yeah.
So if I had not shifted to the new G4 platform by now, this is what I would be doing. I would click on that little, you'll see a banner at the top and kind of just ask them to do it. Because after this thing happens, and again, I don't know what they're going to do exactly. It might be super helpful. It might not. But after the fact, if you wait until after that date, I also don't know what's going to happen. Like it might be really hard.
It's kind of like the millennial.
Yeah, the millennium. The millennial is
So you would advise people to have Google move their stuff over for them, see if they like it, and if they don't like it, to go to Meredith's Husband /analytics.
Meredith'sHusband.com/analytics. That's what I would. That's what I would do if I were doing it now.
And Meredith'sHusband.com has no apostrophe, correct?
No apostrophes in URLs. Yep.
Just want to make that sure. You never know. Someone could get frustrated.
That's what I would do if I still needed to make the switch. By the way, actually, you do have to make the switch in order for the new dashboard to work. So I guess you should go to, if you have not switched already, and if you set up Google Analytics in the last year, there's a very good chance that you already set up G4. They probably have pushed new accounts into setting up the G4, which is the new one.
G4. Okay, that's good to know.
So
that it.
So you do need to go through and you need to do one of two things. You either need to go through and do that, click that button at the top of the screen and say, please convert everything for me, or you just need to wait until July 1. And they're claiming if you don't do anything by that date, they're just going to do it for you. Again, I have no idea what that means or what exactly they're going to do. You can wait.
What would you recommend?
If I were in that situation, I would probably do it now, because on July 1, the Google team is going to have a lot of work to do transitioning all these things over.
Yeah.
It might be a shitstorm. It might be fine, but it might be a disaster. I don't know.
But also, if you do it now, then you'll have more time to learn it. Although I used to have the frame of mind, if I had a bag of Oreos, that I might as well just eat them now.
Yes.
And then burn all the calories later. So I wouldn't listen to me in terms of logic.
If that sort of way of thinking has rubbed off onto me, but if I have like chocolate in the house, a lot of chocolate, and I start eating it, I might as well just eat it all and then I don't have it anymore. I won't have to get sick tomorrow from chocolate. I'll just get all,
unless you buy it again.
That's the thing is I don't. That's where
I do. I know.
So that's what I would do. I would do the transition now. I would ask them to migrate your stuff, and I'm sure it's probably a very simple walkthrough. Click, 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 and they'll do something for you. Then take a look, and if you don't like it, then go to
meredithshusband.com/analytics. meredithshusband.com/forward backwards.
It's going to be very easy to follow. meredithshusband.com/analytics. / Yeah, and
analytics.
It's very simple. There's not a whole lot of stuff there, but it's the stuff that you need, and it's all right there. Should be easy.
That's very nice. It's kind of boiled down version. No smoke and mirrors. Everything you need.
And if you want
one-stop
to
shopping.
use the G4 on yourself, then good luck.
Good luck.
All right. Hope that helps.
Well, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Hey, thank you so much for listening. We really hope that you find this helpful and useful. And if you do, what you could do for us as a thanks would be to, drumroll please, yes, leave a review. Yes, everybody says it, I know, but it really does make a difference. Take 3 seconds, leave as many stars, say something really nice about what you like about the podcast and maybe why other people would like it. It would mean the world to us, especially my husband. That better? All right, I'm going to try one where I'm not going to be charming.